There comes a time in life when you must decide, will you let the world break you or will you rise above it? There comes a moment when you realize that no one has the right to shake your peace, to make you doubt your worth, to pull you into the storms they create just because they do not know how to find their own calm. I know, my dear, I know. The world has not always been kind to you. People have pushed, tested, and bruised your spirit, hoping you would bend, hoping you would crumble, hoping you would believe that their words, their opinions, their judgments hold more weight than the truth inside you. But listen to me now. You are not here to be swayed by the winds of their chaos. You are not here to be a puppet to their moods, a victim to their cruelty, a prisoner to the things they cannot heal within themselves. There is a way to live in this world untouched, not cold, not distant, not uncaring, but untouchable. A force of presence so rooted, so unshaken, that no one can disturb the stillness within you. A peace so deep, so certain, that no insult, no rejection, no betrayal can steal it away. Oh, my dear, what a freedom it is to walk into a room and know that you owe no one your suffering. To stand in your power and refuse to shrink for those who fear your strength. To understand that no one can break you unless you hand them the pieces yourself. And so today I will tell you how to be untouchable, how to build a fortress within yourself so strong, so unshakable, that no matter what they say, you remain standing, not as a victim, not as a fighter, but as something greater, something unbothered, unshaken, untouchable. And so I tell you this, my dear, let me show you how, if you wish to be untouchable, you must understand this truth. Here's what they never taught you. Listen closely because this will set you free. This is how you rise above. Oh, my dear. Let me tell you something that will change your life forever. No one can control you unless you give them permission. They can try. They will push your buttons, poke at your insecurities, whisper words meant to sting, and throw storms into your peaceful sky just to see if you will rage like the thunder. And you will stand still. You will not be their puppet. You will not dance to their chaos. You will not flinch because you have mastered the greatest power of all, the power over yourself. Let me tell you a truth that most people never learn. It is not what happens to you that determines your strength. It is how you respond. The world can be unfair. People can be cruel. You will face betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment, and moments where life feels like it is testing every bit of patience you have left. But listen to me now and listen well. You are not here to be controlled by what happens around you. You are here to stand unshaken in the face of it. Imagine this. Someone insults you. Maybe they call you names. Maybe they mock your dreams. Maybe they tell you that you are not enough. For a moment, you feel it. You feel that overreaction rising, that sting of anger, that urge to defend yourself, to fight to prove them wrong. But then a voice inside you whispers, no, I will not give them my power. And just like that, their words lose their weight. Just like that, you remain untouchable. Because that's the secret, my dear. It is not about winning arguments. It is not about proving your worth to those who refuse to. It is not about making them understand. It is about refusing to let them control your emotions. When you react, when you let their words shake you, when you let you are handing them the keys to your peace, and that is a power you must never give away. Let them say what they will. Let them believe what they want. You will not be moved. You see, emotional control is not about suppressing your feelings. No, my dear, you are allowed to feel. You are allowed to hurt. You are allowed to be disappointed. But what you are not allowed to do, what you must never do, is let those feelings control you. You must never let temporary emotions cause permanent damage. Anger, it will come, but you will breathe through it. You will not react in a way that lowers you. You will not let your emotions write checks your soul cannot afford to cash because people will test you. Oh, they will test you. They will say things just to see if they can break you. And when you do not break, when you do not snap, when you do not lower yourself to their level, that is when you become untouchable. Think of the great ones, the truly powerful. The truly wise, do you think they react to Do you think they waste their energy proving themselves to people who are committed to misunderstanding them? No, they remain still. They understand that the one who controls their emotions controls their life. And so, my dear, I ask you now, who controls your emotions? Do you let every negative word ruin your day? Do you let one person's bad mood shift your entire energy? Do you give people the power to dictate your happiness, your peace, your sense of self? Or do you decide right now that you will be the master of your own reaction? Because when you do, you will unlock a power that is greater than strength, greater than intelligence, greater than charm. You will unlock the power of emotional control, and with it, no one will ever be able to shake you again. So the next time they try to pull you into their storm, the next time they try to push you, insult you, provoke you, smile, smile because you know their game. Smile because you know that the real power does not belong to the one who shouts the loudest, who throws the harshest words, who swings the biggest fist. The real power belongs to the one who remains calm. And that, my dear, will be you, untouchable, unshaken, unbothered. Oh, my dear, listen to me well. There comes a time in life when you must stop apologizing for protecting your heart, your energy, your mind. There comes a moment when you must stand firm and say enough. Because let me tell you something the world will not teach you. Your peace is sacred and it is not up for negotiation. People will take as much as you allow. They will push until you push back. They will drain you, test you, and cross every line if you let them. But you will not let them. You will stand unwavering because you have learned the art of boundaries. And once you master that, my dear, you become untouchable. A boundary is not a wall. No, my love, it is not something you build to keep the world away. A boundary is a gate with a lock. It is the power to decide who enters, who stays, who must turn around and leave. It is the voice inside you that says, this is where I draw the line. This is where I will not be moved. And listen to me now, there are people who will not like it. There are people who will call you difficult, selfish, unkind. But that, my dear, is the cry of those who have benefited from your lack of boundaries. That is the anger of those who can no longer take from you without permission. Let them, Darko. You will stand your ground. Because you see, a person without boundaries is like a house with open doors. Anyone can walk in. The kind, the cruel, the respectful, the reckless, they all come in and take what they please. They leave their mess, their chaos, their noise. And at the end of the day, you are the one left cleaning up after them. No more. From this moment on, you will close those doors. You will decide who enters. You will choose who gets access to your time, your energy, your heart. And do not mistake this for cruelty. This is self respect. This is survival. This is how you protect your soul in a world that will take from you without thinking twice. A boundary can be as simple as saying no without explanation. It can be walking away from a conversation that drains you. It can be choosing not to engage in battles that are not yours to fight. It can be refusing to let someone guilt you into carrying burdens that do not belong. And my dear, when you start setting boundaries, something magical happens. The wrong people disappear. And the right ones respect you more. You see, only those who want to use you will be upset by your boundaries. Those who truly love you, those who truly care, they will honor them. They will understand that a boundary is not rejection. It is a form of self-care. But you must be strong. You must hold the line even when it is uncomfortable, even when people try to test you, even when they try to make you feel guilty. Because the moment you bend, the moment you give in, they will know that your boundaries are weak and they will push again. And so, my dear, let them call you difficult. Let them call you unkind. You will not be moved. Because at the end of the day, the world does not reward those who allow themselves to be walked on. It does not cherish those who give and give until they have nothing left. The world respects those who respect themselves. And you, my dear, are worthy of that respect, untouchable, unbothered. Oh, my dear, let me tell you a truth that will set you free. What they say about you is none of your business. What they think of you, what they whisper behind closed doors, what they assume, what they misunderstand, none of it has the power to shape you unless you hand it that power. And today you take it back. People will talk. They always have. They always will. Some will praise you. Some will criticize you. Some will love you. Some will despise you for no reason at all. And if you live your life trying to mold yourself into something that pleases everyone, you will break yourself into 1,000 unrecognizable pieces. Because no matter how much you change, no matter how much you explain, they will still have something to say. So, what will you do? Will you exhaust yourself trying to be what they want? Will you lose sleep over opinions that will shift like the wind? Will you dim your light just to make others comfortable? Oh no, my dear, not anymore. There is a power, an untouchable, unstoppable power that comes when you stop seeking approval. When you walk into a room and do not need to be liked. When you make decisions that honor your soul, not their expectations. When you stop explaining yourself to those who have already decided they will not understand. Because the truth is, people see you through the lens of their own fears, their own limitations, their own wounds, their words. They're not about you, their opinion. They are a reflection of their own hearts, their own insecurities, their own battle. You are not responsible for carrying them. There will be those who call you too much, too strong, too independent, too bold, too quiet, too ambitious, too emotional. My dear, you will always be a too much to the ones who want you to be less. But do not shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold you. Because listen to me now, you define you, not them, not their words, not their judgment. And once you grasp that, once you truly understand that no one's opinion of you is stronger than your own, you become untouchable. No insult will shake you. No rejection will break you. No rumor, no lie, no whisper in the dark will hold the weight to pull you down because you are standing in the light of your own truth. And so, my dear, let them talk, let them misunderstand, let them watch as you rise, unshaken, unbothered, untouchable. Oh, my dear, let me tell you something that will change the way you move through this world. Confidence is not about being the loudest in the room, nor is it about proving yourself to anyone. Confidence is the quiet knowing that you are enough as you are without apology. Too many people go through life waiting for permission to be great, waiting for someone to validate them, waiting for the world to tell them they are worthy. But you, my dear, you must understand that the world does not hand out permission slips for confidence. No one is coming to tap you on the shoulder and say, you are ready. You must decide right now in this very moment that you are. There will be days when doubt creeps in, days when the voices in your mind whisper all the reasons you are not good enough. Days when the world tests your strength, your resilience, your ability to stand tall in the face of uncertainty. But listen to me and listen well. Confidence is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision to move forward despite it. You see, confidence is not built in comfort. No, my dear, it is forged in the fire of fear, in the moments where you stand on shaking legs but refuse to step back. It is built when you show up again and again for yourself, even when no one else does. It is in the way you hold your head high when the world tries to make you feel small. It is in the way you refuse to settle for anything less than what your soul knows it deserves. Because let me tell you something, the world mirrors back to you the energy you give it. Walk into a room uncertain and people will doubt you. Walk in with your shoulders slumped, your voice hesitant, they will question your worth. But walk in like you belong. Stand tall, move with purpose, speak with conviction, and the world will step aside and make room for you. And no, my dear, confidence is not arrogance. It is not loud, it does not need to announce its silence. It is in the way you do not chase approval, in the way you do not shrink yourself for the comfort of others, in the way you do not need to prove your value because you already know it. There will be those who are intimidated by your certainty. They will call you arrogant, difficult, too much. But understand this. People who are unsure of themselves will always be uncomfortable around those who are not. That is not your burden to carry. You are not put here to make others feel comfortable in their insecurity. So what will you do? Will you lower your voice so they do not feel small? Will you play it safe so no one feels threatened? Will you dim your light just so they do not have to squint? Oh no, my dear. Not you. Not anymore. You will walk with certainty even when your hands shake. You will stand tall even when your knees feel weak. You will own your space even when the world tries to make you feel like you don't belong because you are worthy. You are already enough. And once you embrace that truth, once you step fully into your power with no hesitation, no doubt, no fear, you become untouchable. Because confidence is the shield that protects you from the world's attempts to make you doubt yourself. And my dear, once you learn to walk with certainty, once you truly understand the power that lies in knowing who you are, there will be nothing that can shake you. You will be untouchable, unshaken, unbothered. Oh, my dear, listen closely, because this may be the most powerful lesson of all. Silence is not weakness, it is power. The world has fooled you into believing that you must always respond, always fight back, always prove yourself. But let me tell you the truth. Real strength moves without noise, and true power is never desperate for attention. Silence is not emptiness. It is not passivity. It is not surrender. No, my dear, silence is strategy. It is wisdom. It is knowing that not every battle is worth your sword, that not every insult deserves a reply, that not every situation requires your energy. It is precious, and where you place it determines everything. There are people who thrive on your reaction. They push, they provoke, they test you, hoping you will respond, hoping you will lose your peace, hoping you will step into their storm. But you do not waste words on those who have already decided not to hear you. You do not exhaust yourself proving a truth that stands on its own, because here's the secret. Those who are truly powerful do not need to announce it. They do not beg for validation. They do not chase after approval. They do not engage in meaningless battles just to be heard. They let their presence, their energy, their actions speak for them. And that, my dear, is the kind of power that cannot be touched. Silence is knowing when to walk away, when to leave a conversation that drains, when to stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, when to hold your peace instead of throwing your energy into places that do not deserve it. Because the truth is, not everyone is worthy of access to your voice. Oh, they will try to pull you in. They will bait you with their words, hoping you will break, hoping you will meet them at their level. But you rise above. You do not argue with fools. You do not explain yourself to those who are determined to twist your truth. You do not give away your power for the satisfaction of those who want to see you shaken. And listen, silence does not mean you are weak. No, my dear, silence is the loudest answer you can give. Silence tells them, I do not need your validation. Silence tells them, I am not moved by your chaos. Silence tells them, you have no control over me. And that is a power greater than any words you could ever say. Because silence makes people uncomfortable. They do not know what to do with it. They do not know how to fight against someone who refuses to engage in their battle. They expect reaction, they expect anger, they expect argument. But when you respond with silence, with stillness, with certainty, they lose their power over you. And oh, my dear, what a freedom it is to no longer be controlled by the need to respond, to no longer be a puppet to other people's chaos, to no longer feel the weight of proving, defending, explaining, because you do not owe the world your energy. You do not owe them your reactions. You do not owe them access to the sacredness of your peace. So let them talk. Let them assume. Let them say what they will. You will move in silence. You will let your actions speak for you. You will let your growth, your success, your unwavering peace be the answer to every question they will ever have about you. Because, my dear, power does not chase. Power does not beg. Power does not perform for the approval of others. Power simply is. And once you embrace that, once you understand that silence is not weakness, but the deepest form of strength, you will become untouchable, unshaken, unbothered. My dear, now you see, the true power lies not in reacting, not in improving, not in chasing approval, but in standing firm in who you are. Untouchable, unshaken, unbothered. You are not here to be moved by the storms of others. You are not here to shrink yourself for comfort. You are here to master your emotions, set unbreakable boundaries, detach from opinions, walk with confidence, and embrace the quiet power of silence. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand. let them try to shake you. You will not be moved because once you realize that your energy is yours to protect, that your peace is sacred, that your worth is non negotiable.
You become unstoppable.